Hello everyone, my name is Kitetsu and welcome back to my channel. So I wasn't actually ever going to make a video on this, and to be honest the only reason I am is because there are so many YouTube channels talking about it right now, and on one hand you might think why would I bother to make it when everyone else is already talking about it anyway, but really the reason I want to weigh my own opinions into this, and I'm not going to make this a long video, it's going to be pretty quick. But basically it's because the reaction I think personally has been disproportionate. There are a lot of people who are angry about it, there are a lot of people who are upset, but to be honest I think that that is just unfounded. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. First of all, what is Warhammer Adventures? It's a series of books aimed at young kids. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not the new canon, it's not the beginning of the end, this is not some kind of slippery slope for Warhammer. This is just Games Workshop finding another market that they can sell to. It's another way of expanding the hobby so that more people can get involved. They've released all this artwork of the different characters. There's going to be two series, one for basically the Age of Sigmar kind of universe and one for the 40k one. They look quite Disney-like and they remind me a little bit of the Star Wars Clone Wars kind of animated series. And it even says here the author has written extensively on Star Wars series. So I wouldn't mind betting that that's precisely where he's come from. The first one, which is for 40k, is going to be called Attack of the Necron, and the Age of Sigmar base one is going to be called City of Lifestone. It has its own website and you can literally look at the different branches, so you can see the Warhammer 40k version and all the different characters there are going to be. The artwork, here we go, Primaris Space Marine, and then you go to the Age of Sigmar section and you can look at all these different characters. For example, we've got Elio, who's bearing the mark of Gyran, the realm of life. He's a healer, not much of a fighter, but interested in nature and stuff like that. We've got Alish, who's from the realm of light. She likes inventing stuff. We've got Kiri, who is from the realm of metal, who was raised in barbarian slave camps. Basically, this is just generic child's stuff, okay? We've got a group of 3 heroes and Stormcast are going to be involved, and there's going to be these barbarians. I guess what I'm trying to say is people just need to relax a little bit about stuff like this. When I saw this article, I didn't even bother to open it. I saw the title, Warhammer Adventures for Young Readers, and opening the article, it kind of confirms to me exactly why I didn't bother reading it, and that's because it is aimed at 8 to 12-year-olds. That is the market and the audience for these books. Am I 8 to 12? No. So it doesn't apply to me, so I don't particularly care. Am I a parent? No. But if I was, would I want my children reading these stories? Well, why not? In a way, this is something I actually feel quite passionate about, because I was going to make a video really recently, in fact, about the stigma of the hobby and the fact that you can walk into a Games Workshop store and you will see a kid walk in with his dad, and I've actually heard someone's dad say, "Why are there grown men in here, like, playing this hobby? This is like a kid's game. It's got plastic toys." And that stigma will always surround the hobby in a sense. But the people who are actually into the hobby know that those kind of opinions are ridiculous. The hobby is for people of all ages. There's no reason why an 8-year-old can't get involved. There's no reason why an 80-year-old can't get involved. I really do think that the hobby is just for everyone, and everybody should be allowed to enjoy it in their own way. I don't think people should feel threatened by the fact that Games Workshop have decided to cater for different types of people. All of us are different, all of us love the hobby for different reasons. It's the same reason most of us collect a completely different faction to one another, and that's because we get behind things for our own personal reasons. We're passionate about things because we're all individuals. I know every once in a while someone in the comments has a moan that I can be a little bit too on the fence with my opinions, and actually that's not the case at all. I think the real thing is that I actually appreciate the fact that there are a lot of people out there with a lot of different opinions, and one person's opinion isn't necessarily more right than anyone else's opinion. So really it's just about being respectful of different people. I personally love it when new people join the hobby. I really don't care what gender they are, what age they are, what ethnicity they are. I just think it's something to be encouraged. Why wouldn't we want more people involved in the hobby? Why would we not want to see the community grow? And as it says in this article, when representatives of Games Workshop are hosting tournaments or whatever it might be, and they see people bringing their children along and getting involved in the games, that's a good thing. It doesn't have to threaten us, it doesn't have to impinge on our own enjoyments. I'm just going to go round in circles, but this was not for us. People are just being a little bit over dramatic, I think, and deep down I think they know that this is not going to be anything canon. It's not going to be deadly serious, it's not going to affect them really. If you're not interested, ignore it, pretend it's not there, and basically that's exactly what it will be to you, nothing. Whereas if you're a parent and you've got kids and you think, do you know what, I actually would love to introduce them to Warhammer, or maybe that's just something that they might walk into the store and pick it up themselves and say, yeah, this is a bit more accessible for me as an 8-year-old than that might be in the codex or something like that. I don't know. I can only see that as a good thing. The only thing I would say is they're saying it's for 8 to 12-year-olds, and I wouldn't say I'm alone in saying this, but by the age of 12, I was certainly reading stuff a little bit more adult than this, and by that age I was basically just reading the lore anyway. I remember even working my way through Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, so they might be marketing this just a little bit high. I would say this is very much closer to the 8-year-olds. I mean, we haven't even read the books, I'm just basing that off of the artwork, and I know they say never judge a book by its cover, but I think in this case we kind of can get an idea of the content that's going to be in it. I said at the beginning I don't want to make this a long video, and I've said everything I feel I need to about this. It just surprised me that it had such a negative reaction, and I get there's a subset of every community that's just going to want to complain about everything because, well, sometimes that's human nature. There's a lot of people who just jump on the bandwagon. That's all I'm going to say really. It gets my seal of approval because I like more people joining the hobby, and I don't see how in any way, shape or form this could be a bad thing because it affects absolutely no one other than 8 to 12-year-olds. It's just going to make the 8-year-olds read the book and think, wow, look, Space Marines and Stormcast, I want to find one of these Games Workshop stores and I can buy the toys. I work in a school and there are loads of 12-year-olds there who absolutely love Warhammer, and I don't see that being a bad thing. But yeah, anyway, let me know your opinions down below in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to leave that video here. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new, hit the little bell icon, and I will see you really soon.